There's going to be an extra warning.
Okay, live for the final over. Just you thought one side was winning the game. Washi is the difference between a win and a loss for SRH. And Washi has got 2 runs. 11 of 5. The next man to come in is Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. I think it's Delhi favourite at the moment. What does the Delhi boy think?
Washington is
Delhi boy has his heart in his mouth right now. Can't think.
He's not even looking at the game.
But you said Hyderabad is winning.
Yeah, but it's not a.
I said I am still saying that Delhi.
Read that spot.
Right now, Delhi favourites. More towards Delhi.
Looking at Mukesh is bowling the last over.
So they have no batting also. Bhuvaneshwar is going to come after this.
He's playing at a strike rate of 175 odd, Washington.
They need 2.
It's been his day largely, by the way. 3 wickets and quick fire 22 also.
Well bowled.
What a ball, yeah.
Very well bowled. Now 11 off 4. Huh?
You guys were all, why Mukesh, why Mukesh?
Two more hits.
Look at Mukesh.
Still not over.
Oh, you have picked Delhi to win.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, swung also a bit. Huh?
Good Yorker.
But towards the end.
What was he trying to do?
Hide his face.
Just to guide it to third man. Single, huh?
He was expecting it in the slot, just that he was surprised, so he was just trying to maneuver.
Thankfully, this IPL, what it has proved is, thankfully, the Yorkers are back.
Yeah. Oh, that became a slot, but single.
No.
Won't take it.
Who's
taken it?
Marco Jansen has the strike.
You need a boundary now. Now you definitely need a boundary.
10
of 3. You need a boundary.
Sarfraz is very happy. The dugout. Already celebrating.
Finally.
Riyash Dhul was also happy.
No, Sarfraz would say, see, at least my return coincided with a victory. Although they won their last game also.
Yeah, but he wasn't there at the time.
He wasn't there. So Delhi, imagine Delhi have 2 wins. 2 back-to-back wins.
And we spent the entire mid-inning show talking about how they will not win.
They are waiting for the next season.
They're waiting for the next season.
They still are, I feel. I don't think it's
sacked. Come on,
change much.
Come on.
What they have shown is
didn't wait for the fat lady to sing.
What they've shown is that they are better than the worst.
Arifan on 98.
Amongst of
That end.
Oh,
But a T20 100. Oh no, it's
He's second, not out. So yeah, he could very well get that 100.
no T.
good
well
ball.
bowled, yeah.
Good ball.
Well bowled.
Now it's done.
Yeah, 9 of 2.
We've still seen funnier things, crazier things,
Yeah,
unbelievable
but
things.
I doubt it.
IPL, boss, IPL. 2 teams fighting hard to lose the match. That's Manju.
Oh no, he was stranded at 98, not out.
Oh,
Stranded.
Yeah, as in the
How many
overs
got over.
done. At 158 strike rate, 62 balls. Not bad. Not bad. They got 193. So 2 balls coming up. This could well decide.
1 second. Is there a field?
This is the ball that will decide.
This is the ball. Ooh, he's connected.
Nothing.
He's connected. Oh no.
Double or single.
I thought he overran.
Single.
He didn't even take a double.
finished.
Game done.
All you need is a legal ball now.
They're so happy.
But they should have taken
They
a
have
double.
full confidence in Mukesh Kumar.
Should have taken a double. Look how happy the Delhi camp is.
2 back-to-back wins. Suddenly, they would be thinking, can we actually make it to the playoffs?
But you know what Delhi have effectively done is kind of, I mean, what is that कहावत कि
Party pooper.
खुद तो डूबेंगे तुम्हें भी ले डूबेंगे सनम. So 3 teams now.
But अभी तो it's early, no? किसी को डुबाने के लिए.
Done. SRH also now part
SRH,
of.
KKR, DC. These are your bottom 3.
From here.
Losing a match is one thing, but losing to Delhi is something really different. I think they
This
will have
Delhi,
to.
yeah, let's-
This Delhi and this is the reason why I think KKR and Hyderabad, they will have their confidence. I don't know where after losing matches to Delhi Capitals, and that two matches which they should have won.
Sure.
That day.
But Delhi, they had KKR. They lost the match in the first innings only.
But फिर भी
What an
Actually,
over
you're right.
by Mukesh, yaar.
only 5 runs. Well played.
He goes down on his knees. That certainly means a lot to him.
Imagine the kind of pressure that he must be going through. Last over, not easy. And my fellow panelists all dissing him even before he had bowled the first ball. He would have known there are people, haters out there. But look at him.
I'm just glad at least some Bengal players doing well.
Dada is so happy.
Even here,
Mukesh Kumar was very key to them making it to the Ranji final. They had a good domestic season, so yeah.
Well, Dada had a role in spotting him.
I didn't know you support Bengal in Ranji Trophy also.
It's not a support type thing, but I do keep an eye out on any Kolkata related stuff. It's always a very, very massive connection to the city.
Very regional. Regionalism is happening.
Yeah. There are certain pockets of India where the regional thing is very strong.
अपने को तो इंडिया.
But we are part of India. There's no separatist movements happening there.
मुझे स्टेट्स के नाम ना सुनाई देते हैं ना दिखाई देते हैं.
हाँ.
मुझे
that's
सिर्फ
what
एक नाम सुनाई देता है, वो है
इंडिया. तो ये चंडीगढ़ की टीम है या
See, IPL, you have players from everywhere.
No, but now I want to know from. By the way, there's an announcement. I'm taking away the title of Baba from Rahul Rawat because he had predicted if SRH batted first, he would win 200 runs.
But if they would have batted first, they might have scored over 200.
So what happened to their batting in the second innings?
Nothing
The
happened.
same team that would have
Mayank
won.
Agarwal happened.
No, and what? So it's not Mayank's
But
fault
Mayank
alone. Yeah.
today also-
Everyone else, if you take a look at the scorecard, please.
I agree.
Please, everybody, let's look at match ka mujrim. So starting with Harry Brook, one good knock, he's had 100. Apart from that, has done precious little throughout the tournament. Mayank Agarwal had a disastrous tournament, then played that anchor kind of a role last game, and now again 49, still the highest run scorer at a strike rate of 125.
Should have finished, no?
Should have. No, I agree. Should have. But given the circumstances and the target that they were
I
choosing,
agree.
125 is acceptable. Like
I
he was
agree.
playing according to
I agree.
the situation. But everyone else, now look at a Tripathi.
Rahul Tripathi, what was he doing? The first ball that he faced, in fact, after Harry Brook got out, when he was trying to do that scoop, was trying to play that scoop, Rahul Tripathi came out to bat, tried the same shot on which Harry Brook was dismissed, and then the next ball he faced that short delivery, and he had no clue as to where the ball was and what was he doing. Rahul Tripathi looked completely out of sorts.
Abhishek Sharma, again, it's hit and a miss season for him, more miss than hit. Markram again needs to step up. These are the foreign, we were talking about foreign players not pulling their weight. Here's another example, Aiden Markram, also the captain, pretty good at international level, and you expect him to finish such games.
And also, once again, his deficiencies against spinners have been exposed. I think at least David Warner did well there. The moment he came out to bat, he got Kuldeep on. And then from the other end was Akshar Patel, and Akshar bowled that he saw that he was coming out of his crease, trying to use his feet, and he pulled his length back, further back, Akshar Patel.
Then that under edge hit his wicket for Markram.
Achha, sorry, that was, Yeah.
Played on.
Then I think.
Played on.
Right.
Then Klaasen was looking very good, and he's one of those guys who's strong against spinners, was taking them on, but then he had a life. Just a ball or a couple of balls before that.
A ball earlier. I mean, from there on, you understand now that you have to take. I agree that the situation, the middle over muddle that you had with a run rate took you really far behind the game. Still, could have been slightly smarter. Washington Sundar, the standout performer, just couldn't get going towards the death.
But I think that is more down to some outstanding bowling by Mukesh than some bad batting by Washington, because he did tonk the balls that really came into his zone. But Mukesh, what a performance. And I'd like both Harshit and Rahul to talk about how before we went live they were really upset.
Because we were discussing who will bowl the last over. I said Ishant Sharma should bowl, because I thought maybe you can actually go to your more experienced bowler, but maybe they have a role fixed for Mukesh Kumar, because Mukesh Kumar he didn't have a great day to start with, 2 overs 22 runs, and Ishant is more of an he's more experienced than Mukesh, but maybe they have a role. They would have seen that maybe if a day comes, if such a situation does arise, they can actually have Mukesh Kumar, and they stuck to it and Mukesh delivered.
I just want to know what is, by the way, happening to this IPL. Suddenly this wasn't happening in the first half of the IPL. Suddenly you started having these low scoring thrillers where more often than not you expect the team chasing to win, and they've struggled to chase it down. It's happened with now a lot of teams. I wonder whether this is a sign of the pitches really slowing down because of the heat, and gradually also because of wear and tear matches happening. Is it because of that? I don't know, but I don't know if anyone has an explanation of why that is happening.
I think normally what happens during the IPL is you're expecting what we call parter wickets more often than not. So you have batsmen who are packed in the batting lineup, who are used to playing through the line, who are used to going for their shots all the time, knowing that okay, even if it's true bounce, we can hit through the line, it'll either go straight or go flying behind. The bowlers get deflated with confidence. But I think now what you're seeing is pitches are slowing down. And I don't think the batsmen are quite able to adapt, because rather than, and a lot of the problems with someone like Aiden Markram, he had played 5 balls, went for a reckless shot. At that point, you were still well in touching distance. If you had to kind of rotate the strike, be wise, take the odd boundary rather than play that hoik, which was really a hiding on to nothing shot, you'd still be in the game. Maybe you wouldn't have needed 14, you'd have needed 9 or 8 of the last over. And 9 or 8 puts more pressure on the bowler as opposed to a 14.
How is it that suddenly, as I said, this game, a lot of people will describe, and I'm sure when we will go to our comment section, a lot of people might say that this is again a game where both teams were trying to lose.
Correct.
I'll lose. But this is now that phrase that has been used suddenly for a lot of games.
I think except for that Rajasthan and Lucknow game, these low scoring thrillers, more or less we've seen teams like KKR, DC and Hyderabad being involved. Yeah. Otherwise, you tell me, what was the last game that happened in Chennai? Do you remember?
CSK played last game versus KKR. I think before that was the Chennai game.
Yeah.
It was RCB Chennai, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that was at Chinnaswamy. Yeah, that was at
Sunrisers.
Oh, Sunrisers. And what happened in that game?
Was that played in Hyderabad or was that played in Chennai?
Can we check Chennai? Can you go to Chennai Super Kings?
So that game only.
Okay.
Just check. Click the Sunrisers game.
Click. This one.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Chennai.
Yeah, okay.
But you can see that was low.
Yeah.
But the team chasing one.
But Chennai won it pretty comfortably.
Yeah. No, we've seen it. Just go back. What that does to the points table is that does that. I think pretty much they made it clear. Sunrisers, Hyderabad, Delhi Capitals, and Kolkata Knight Riders that
best of the worst. That Delhi are.
Who all are ready to declare, you call the election. Who all are ready to call that between KKR, Sunrisers, Delhi, no one makes it to the playoff?
Me.
Yeah, even I'll go. So this is pretty much certain.
Yeah.
These 3 teams out of the playoff race. Is there anyone who you can call is certain to make it to the playoff?
I think Chennai. They need 3 more wins, and they should. In 7 games, they will win at least 3
games.
But you won't be as sure as you are of these 3, right? Of course.
They have here. So they are playing a different league. They are not playing in the IPL. They are playing their own league.
bottom of the table league.
No, I agree. I think Chennai are the only team with certainty because again, the kind of form and momentum really is money when you're talking about these leagues.
Yeah.
Even if they win 3-4 games and thereafter have a little bit of a drop
Please
off.
keep the mic off
boliye
in
na.
case you have got a.
We've had that issue happen before.
Haan.
So yeah, I think Chennai are the only team with a certainty. Thereafter, I think the fight is who gets the second spot because that's important. You want that second bite of the cherry if you lose qualifier 1. And really, the 3 teams who are currently occupying that top 4, with the exception of maybe Rajasthan, although they do and also kind of end up shooting themselves in the foot sometimes.
Yeah.
I think Lucknow shaky, Gujarat have a shaky side, RCB also have a shaky element. Same with really the teams who are looking to make it there. So Punjab Kings, we've seen them slip up. Mumbai, how long will their batting bail out their bowling?
Yeah, but again, that can change. As I said, crazy things happen not just in a IPL game, but overall in an IPL points table as well. So that middle area, I think everyone's saying Chennai should make it, and I think so too, pretty much. But I'm not going to be 100% certain because, as I said, crazier things have happened. However, with Kolkata, Sunrisers, Delhi Capitals, no matter how crazy things can get to, I don't think they're making it from here because you'd need a minimum of 8 wins, which means they still require 6 wins out of the remaining 7 games not happening.
See, Kolkata did it in 21, but they were helped massively by the fact that there was a break in the IPL and that it was shifted.
Also, 8 teams.
Correct.
Not 10. I was just saying that apart from the fact that Kolkata, Sunrisers, Delhi were 100% certain, and I think all of us are, that they're not making it to the playoff because they need at least 8 wins, and now out of 7 games, they need 6 wins, which is next to impossible because amongst them, do they face each other twice? So
they'll have to play against each other only to qualify now. All remaining
they say that remaining
7 games they'll have to play between themselves.
Another super league in the
Then
IPL.
only they can.
No, Europa League.
This is conference.
Because top 3-4 will be champs. They're up to the middle of Europa. We are the conference league. Kolkata, Sunrisers and Delhi. Also, I am not making any outrageous bets this year. Last year I did, and thanks to that Evan Lewis, I had to end up doing 50 push-ups on the show. So no thanks. No, Evan Lewis, man, that still frustrates me. They went and bottled it in the playoffs. Give us a chance to bottle it in the playoffs, no?
Fair point.
Blinder of a catch you took in that match.
No, we spent the entire mid-innings discussing how Delhi lost the game.
Last year you were here, na?
Yeah, I joined last year.
Yeah.
It's really been a year.
Time actually flies.
It does.
Yeah.
Huh?
You remember that Aditi was there with us last show and she did so many shows. You don't remember Shane?
No, it's just no, Aditi, to you can't ignore Aditi. Na?
Yeah.
Aditi,
I can be.
yeah. If Aditi is here, you also cannot ignore her.
Nobody.
And nobody can ignore her.
What
Na?
about people who aren't
She
here?
makes her presence felt. No, he to definitely can't. He to definitely can't. Just that she makes her presence felt.
Yeah, that is true.
But just now you reminded, so I just struck me. It's been 1 year since you guys have joined. Great.
Don't say time flies. They may have felt the time.
Actually, no. That's the funny part because again, last year, I think because the last 2-3 years now, due to COVID coming in, calendars have been packed. So you're really hopping from one sporting event to the next.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, IPL finishes, then you go to, you have an Asia Cup, then you'll have a World Cup, then you'll have another World Cup, you have the Commonwealth in between. Yeah. This year is going to be the same.
FIFA World Cup.
And that was the end of the year, I mentioned that. FIFA.
And actually, last 2-3 years have been packed also because 2020 was COVID, so many events got postponed, so moved to 2021, then 2022, so I think last couple of years.
This year we anyway know the calendar, how packed it is. Next year you're looking at the Olympics.
IPL will get over, then you'll have the World Test Championship, then the Asian Games and Asia Cup, then you have your World Cup. Is there anything else?
Ashes.
Chalo, I'm saying where it actually takes a lot of days. Like IPL, it consumes more than 2 months. World Cup will also consume
Nearly 2 months.
Good 1.5.
1.5 months.
Good.
It's strange, no? A FIFA World Cup with 32 teams, which will be increased now, no? 48. So 32 teams. How much time does it take?
A month.
They finish that tournament in a month.
Yeah.
And a cricket World Cup, which has 10 teams.
Takes. Yeah, but then I think it's also during the time of the.
No, I know, I understand.
I mean, see, football matches you can pack 4 in a day also, and you don't really feel the difference, which was happening during the FIFA World Cup. Here, if you have 4 days, बच्चे की जान लोगे क्या? 4 matches.
But ideally, see, a T20 World Cup.
You can actually. 2 matches at least in a day you can keep.
2 happen.
But then I think also because you just have very limited number of teams playing. So that you have to schedule the
Doesn't
tournament.
matter.
Doesn't matter nowadays. They've made even the qualifiers part of the World Cup, so that's like a pre-show to the main show.
Also, it's religion in our country. Today is God's birthday also. So use such terminology, then you know how much it means to us. Doesn't matter that 2 teams, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, whatever. I have a chat here saying never say never in cricket. If DC sorts their top order, but what will happen?
But no.
It's too late to sort out anything.
Exactly.
Right now, we've discussed that no matter what, they ain't making it. But yeah, in hindsight, you can look at it that had they sorted it out earlier, then maybe things would have been different.
Also, yes, maybe let's say after, even if let's say had you lost the first 3 matches, and the 4th match onwards you saw some improvement in the side, there were some things that were beginning to click, and I must say here that it's that top order. The right thing over there in that comment is that it has been the top order and the batting order only that's troubled you. Look at the fact that had, let's say, this batting order been sorted by the end of the 4th game or the 3rd game, then you could have been looking at different results also altogether, because at the Chinnaswamy, the bowlers did a commendable job in terms of restricting RCB to 174 after having conceded so many runs to begin with. So that was again a bossed up job. Had there been runs, and there weren't any runs today as well, there weren't any runs the last time around that you won against KKR as well. So I will put those 2 wins down to bit of luck. Also, I would say it's not sheer brilliance which we've seen from the other teams. And yes, funnier things, crazier things, and things that cannot be comprehended at times have happened in the game. But let's say when you're looking at 14 games which every team gets before the playoffs, there has to be a time wherein things begin to click, and you're already looking at 50% of the league stage getting over. And from now on, for there to be a complete turnaround, because you're looking at a complete turnaround here, it's not like something's been going your way. You need a massive overhaul of sorts for Delhi to be looking like a menacing outfit or a team that can pile on those runs. It doesn't look to be the case. There is nobody who's giving you runs consistently, or nobody who's instilling that fear in the opposition. Nothing of that sort is happening.
Delhi is done and dusted. That is a moot discussion to have.
That you could have sorted the top order, quote unquote, if that I don't know, they'd put in a mid-season trading window, which was an abject failure because literally no one traded anyone. Yeah. So if you had something like that, maybe you could have traded in a couple of players.
I'm saying too late now.
No.
Yeah.
Even in this situation, wouldn't have helped. So they're pretty much out. So is SRH, and I think so are KKR.
Correct.
All in the same position with equal number of points, the amount of games that they played. What is happening right now is that in the group stage, now that teams are ticking off game number 7, we are literally halfway there in the IPL. I don't know if you guys feel it or not. For me, this IPL's kind of flown, as in not realized that we've reached halfway stage. For some reason, IPL used to look longer than most tournaments. This time it's happened faster, quicker. Didn't feel like it, so it's moved around, but could get slightly more cumbersome going forward if you're going to have games like this, and maybe because pitches are slowing down. Few positives that I can pick from this game, and I'm just looking at the larger picture. One, Washington Sundar's form hadn't been great today. On both counts, he's come good. One with the bat, looked good towards the end, couldn't take his team over the line, but looked good, which is needed. And secondly, look good with the ball. I think that 1 over really pegged the Delhi Capitals back, that middle order that he got. I think 3 wickets he picked up in that 1 over, completely changed the complexion. So him getting back to form is going to be very important, because you're still looking for an off-spin all-rounder. I know there is an R. Ashwin, but this is pretty much the only one. You had someone like Jayant Yadav that they looked at as an off-spinner all-rounder, but I think Washington Sundar coming good in this game. So if SRH is not making the next round, I think these are little things that you can look at. And alongside him, the other one that is going to give you some sort of a hope, if you're a fan of Indian cricket, Bhuvneshwar Kumar looked good too, and has looked good now this IPL after not so great time in international cricket. So two guys coming good. In fact, for that matter, even Natarajan coming back after injury has really shaped up well. So there are certain positives that I mean you can see from this game. The other thing that I was just thinking, if you were to make a 11 of golden oldies, it'll make for a good 11. You've got a Mohit Sharma, you got an Ishant Sharma, you got an Amit Mishra doing well, you got a Piyush Chawla doing very well. Dhoni, yeah.
Dhoni will be the captain.
Exactly.
No?
Yes.
The captain. Won't be a bad team.
Gotham, even though he's not playing,
But he'll
be the mentor.
League
No?
is different.
No, but he'll be the mentor.
Anybody else you can think of?
Director of Warner.
Strike rate.
Only the retired players you want to include?
No, anybody like.
Ishant Sharma is not retired.
So I've not taken.
Yeah, Warner is amongst the leading run scorers.
Yeah. Faf. Good one. Faf, yes.
Yes. Duplessis, of course, you have to count him in.
Faf, yes.
Actually,
No, Jinx.
yes.
Woohoo.
Will
What
you
a
call
team.
him? Will
What
you
a
call
team
him an
we're making.
oldie?
Yeah, I'm saying like Sandeep Sharma also not been bad. Yeah, not been bad. Although he got injured, but Shikhar also started off pretty well this IPL. I mean,
He's also
Ahmed Mishra, Piyush Chawla, we both include.
Yeah.
Piyush Chawla more so.
Yeah, because he's played consistently, I think, for this thing. Very economical. I think this is the most economical IPL he's had. Because he had that tendency, he could get you wickets.
Who?
But Piyush. I always remember him as being that one who would get you wickets but could sometimes get tonked. This time he's been very, very economical throughout.
Yeah, he's matured with age. I know you were saying from the KKR point of view because he spent a lot of years there and he would pick up those wickets, but you're right, on certain occasions could be expensive. There was one time I think they didn't even play him. I played him a game or so.
Yeah, but I think by that point maybe Varun had come in. So
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be interesting. If you guys have a few names, please tell us that they can. There was another chat that we Raidu, but Raidu hasn't played a lot.
I don't know, he's barely had
Yeah, if you need a wicket keeper, you'll need a wicket keeper also. No? Achha, MS is already
MS
there.
is there.
Riddhiman
Not
Saha.
terrible, but he's only got starts.
But that's how he has always been. He'll just.
No, I mean this is a match.
I know 100
Exactly, 109
in the final.
and lost the match.
but because he was playing for Punjab.
Punjab.
Yes.
Kings 11 Punjab.
Punjab.
Away.
Manish Pandey,
Not squad run.
He's at a so-so IPL. Didn't start firstly.
He'll
for
be
his
the
team.
impact player. Raidu.
Raidu
Although
again.
he's had a very
Middle
mild.
poor season, really.
Actually, yeah,
Poor,
poor.
because I mean, if you're
You'll have to say poor.
CSK's middle order, you'll think Rahane and Dubey.
आ जाओ यहीं है कुछ करना होता है
Dubey is not an oldie. Dubey has had a good time. DJ Bravo doesn't play Raj Gupta. So Unadkar, you need a finisher.
For the oldies team.
बैट्समैन
Rahane we've taken. B. De Mello as a Venkatesh Prasad is saying.
He knocks them clean.
K Polly, although he's not playing.
Yeah.
By the way, Sai Chetan points out that Chawla is younger than Virat.
Yes, actually, few days.
Few days, yeah.
But
Go ahead.
he might. That's what I was wondering. You know, a lot of these players, even Rahane, may not like what we are discussing.
No. I'm not saying they're done and dusted. I'm saying these are oldies in the cricketing sense.
I get your point. Maybe players who
the
you
twilight
thought
of their career, maybe.
maybe players who you thought are done now.
Yeah.
as far as T20 and IPL was concerned.
And Abhay Pratap saying economy is like an average of this thing. Trust me, I've watched the man play. For my team, no less. I
Don't
remember.
have to respond to everyone. Don't have to respond to everyone. There was a super chat, Shivam, which I had asked you. So please let us take it. What are we waiting for?
Delhi's next win. Can we?
What a line! What a line he's come up with.
Mirage rules.
When you have Markram, Klaassen, Janssen, and Dale Steyn in the franchise, the team is bound to choke. South African reference.
The South African reference, yes.
Battle between Bhai and Jan tomorrow. Let's see who wins.
GT
It is
versus Mumbai.
GT versus
Rohit
Mumbai.
versus Hardik.
Ah,
So many matchups tomorrow, in fact.
so Bhai, who's Bhai?
So many matches. You have a double header tomorrow.
No, in that very
Matchup.
match. In that very match, you got a Rashid playing, you got.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, Bhai and Jan, I didn't get either.
Rohit Bhai the
Next.
only.
Next one.
And Pandya is the Jan. That makes sense.
Is there something that we don't know and everybody knows? Eh?
Acha, let's take a few questions today. We're in the mood to. Ashwin also, actually. I think.
He played the last World Cup, yeah. He played the last T20 World Cup. And
Exactly.
you never know, he might just play the next Not the World Cup, the T20 World Cup.
But wait,
Because with Ashwin, never say never, huh?
will he play
He's
the
a very-
WTC final?
He's a very competitive player.
Tata has plenty of fight in him.
They don't play him in England, no.
Yeah, but he'll be part of the test team. Whether he play. We'll do enough previews ahead of that also. Wait. Yagami, what is saying is KL the most overrated cricketer of all?
I can think of several more, trust me.
Name a few. But I agree with your comment as in he's not the most overrated.
I'll have to sit and think, but
True.
no way he's the most. He's had some good knocks. Let's be fair to say.
Yeah. I
Just that he's not done justice to the potential that he has.
Yeah, correct.
Or what everybody thought.
yeah.
MSD might just lift the IPL 2023 trophy and announce his retirement from IPL. Regards, Sandeep. Might happen. Especially with the way they are going. Acha, Prashant Kumar.
But we don't know what MSD will do. I don't think MSD's closest confidants also know what he's going to do.
No, he likes keeping his cards close to his chest.
Exactly.
Prashant Kumar thinks that Rahul has some issue with RCB. He has never seen me appreciate the.
He actually did because he had asked for some passes. They
Nahi,
didn't
nahi.
give him. So he is now.
नहीं ऐसा तो
No, obviously not that because people think.
नहीं है
that-
यार I'm पता नहीं मतलब I don't know why it seems in fact a lot of people feel that way that we have an
Is it?
issue.
Is
No, it's not just with me. In fact, it has.
yeah. It happens with me.
It happens with the entire, the group. It seems now, the entire sports department or departments that we have.
Because
If you sit here on India Today, AajTak, Sports Today, I think everybody thinks that we have an issue with RCB or the
Or
Virat
somebody
Kohli.
or the other.
That's not the case, yaar. I don't know. Maybe it has some. Maybe the fault lies with us or me. That it comes out in such a way that people think that nahi, for us it's just a team, just an IPL franchisee, and just like other IPL franchisee, just like Mumbai, KKR, RR or DC.
No, but one franchise is special for you than others. No?
But
You
can I
support them.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be hated for saying this, but I'd like to stick my neck out and say that I think of late, let's say, I think RCB fans in particular have gotten a little touchy because of the fact that they've had all the star power and everything. And since the Sala Cup Namda has been doing the rounds, which has been again a few years now, any bit of criticism here and there, and they've been, they've not been, they've not taken the criticism well, let's say. So, off late, I think they've become a little touchy.
But people take out all sorts of agendas that if you criticize somebody one day, say you hate him.
Exactly.
But these are opinions, right? How opinions form. As I said, there is no personal animosity. It's not that I was driving my car and some player whom I'm criticizing came and hit me from behind and didn't even pay the
It may
insurance money.
It may happen in times to come.
May happen, but it's not happened, right? So I have no personal
And
grouse or.
And you know the problem that I see in this world that we are living in, either it is black or white. There is nothing grey. Either you are with me or against me.
Which is also wrong.
Exactly. So if I am appreciating Virat Kohli, a lot of Rohit fans would be angry that, oh no. If I am saying anything against or for Rohit Sharma, Virat fans will be angry. They both are playing for the same team, not in IPL but for the Indian team, and for them also I think winning a title with the Indian team is more important and would make them happier than a title with the IPL team. So that ways we have to respect, and it's not that at the end of the day Virat does well, the Indian team does well. That's what matters. If Virat doesn't do well and Indian team is doing well, I'll take it. If Virat does well and Indian team is not doing well, then there will be, after all, at the end of the day when the match gets over, we sit here, we have to discuss something maybe, and we take a lot of views and suggestions from our viewers also, because they look at these games. In fact, a lot of you people look at these games, matches with a different prism. We might miss out on a lot of things. In fact, we learn a lot of things from you people. There are so many things. In fact,
Always said that.
Siddharth has pointed out so many things. Factually he is usually right more often than not, but we miss out on so many things. But you people so many times have corrected Siddharth. Not just Siddharth, I'm saying a lot of Nikhil has covered cricket for so many years. Even Nikhil has missed out on certain facts at times.
But that's the beauty of this sport.
Exactly.
I'm saying there's so many different angles and areas and perspectives to look at, that it's so fascinating. And sometimes you're right, sometimes I see some of those comments and you're like, wow, this is an aspect that I missed. I didn't look at it. But that's the
why
beauty
is social media flourishing these days? Not because of the celebrities, by the way. It is because of these people. They come up with perhaps the kind of ideas that nobody can actually think of. And that is how stars, a very common man has now become a star, an influencer. So, anyways.
Which is good. Mr. Shekhar from the US of A says, morning folks, fortunate enough to see Sachin Sialkot innings. Okay, today he saw it in his debut series. It was in 89, yes. Wakar hit him on the nose. Sachin refused to walk off. That's right. Let me ask you a quiz question. In that innings, can anyone tell me?
Non-striker?
No, not non-striker, I know, because I heard that story a gazillion times. Can you tell me what make bat was Sachin using?
Yeah.
Anybody? Nobody's to see Google. Nobody to Google it.
Yeah, I know. You guys?
Anybody? He'll get the hamper then. Say it, na, something.
I don't know name, but
Tell me what. No. Wrong. Do you know? What is it?
BDM.
No.
Vampire?
No. Very tough. It's a very tough question. It's a very, very, very tough question.
Yeah, just some hint then if it's that tough a question.
Unless people Google they wouldn't know. The make of the bat that he was using. Somebody says power, somebody says CS,
sponsor.
somebody says, okay, let me ask you guys, Google it also.
No, you are...
tell me. You guys can Google it and tell me what bat was he using.
No, not Simon Super Tusker. Simon Super Tusker?
No. Mirage Rules, no. You're wrong. Not Sanspur Greenland. No. Nobody. Wills, Anil, Devasi, no.
No, we are talking about the bat, not the sponsor.
Not the sponsor.
I mean, it could be anything. What was written on his bat?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but how else will you know?
Power.
let's say no. Assuming, let's say
No. See, for example,
what is the sticker on his back?
See, Virat uses a bat that is made
I know.
by SS.
But only you know that, na? So obviously anybody who will know is based on the sticker, right? I'm asking you what the sticker. For example, for a lot of people, Seat is a bat. For a lot of people, MRF is a bat. For a lot of people.
But then the make though would be the.
I mean, when I give you the answer, it will be
no?
very clear. But just like Shubham Gar says, Sunny Tony, no. Tell me what is the sticker on his bat?
I thought the first bat.
Virat rule says SG.
No.
No.
No, Miraj rules wrong.
It wasn't SS or SG for sure.
Was it
I thought it was.
Gun and More?
I thought it was
दुनिया के
either.
नाम ले लो यार अब तुम.
I thought it was either BDM or Vampire.
No.
The manufacturer.
No. It's a very tough question because he raised that innings and I was like, let me ask this question. Very few people are going to know.
Scroll down.
What was that?
Let's go down.
Bat
Let's see.
that
People would have Googled.
Chris
maybe.
Kothik used to use.
Shubham Gar says power. No, you're wrong. Hitesh Jina says Britannia. Wrong.
Was it
Reebok
Nichols?
Abhinav is saying wrong. CDM is wrong. No.
No.
Nike, Boost.
These are all sponsors.
None of this. You could take any name. Take a bat name, sponsor name, anything. Just tell me the sticker on it. It could be
Nichols?
a bat manufacturer. It could be anything. Now should I tell? Now enough people have gone. And Rahul is going to Google.
No, I'm
it
just
also.
trying to Google. Wait, huh?
Then that's
No, I'll not say anything.
okay.
No, Google it. Yeah. Somebody says BAS, that is Beat All Sport, actually, if you didn't know the full form. Varun Parvatani is saying no. It wasn't that. It wasn't. Avinash Dikshit says Spartan, no.
You would have known had you asked him this in the conclave.
The winner is Manchester Rising. Manchester
What
Rising.
did
But
you say?
Manchester Rising, you've got it right. But tell me the bat. Manchester
MB.
Rising says MB.
MB.
So what is the bat? It is MB Malik. You'll see a lot of
Oh,
Pakistani
yes.
Pakistani players use an MB Malik.
Malik. In fact, they have written Malik, only Malik
Yes.
on their bat. Yeah,
He
that's
was using
Malik.
yes,
Shoaib Malik,
Shoaib
yes.
Malik used to use. Correct.
Yes.
So it's a Sialkot based and interesting because you're talking about the innings and that's why that came to my mind.
MB Malik.
Yes.
Based manufacturer.
Malik.
You'll see current players also use it.
Yeah.
So he was using that.
I
In
think
fact,
Sikandar Raza,
could be.
if I'm
I
not
don't know.
wrong. Just let me check Sikandar Raza.
So it was an MB
Sikandar
Malik,
Raza
and
is
they had actually signed him on. So he was one of their brand ambassadors for that from that tour onwards. So that's the bat that he used in the first series that he played.
Sikandar Raza. Use the same bat.
So that was just a.
Hmm.
Abhirup Barua is saying CDM is also Pakistani, correct? But this is MB. You'll see that MB's
Yes.
thing.
MB in
Yeah,
front
but
and
Malik.
Malik.
Yeah.
We all saw the conclave, and of course Sachin has a very good memory. Did you happen to ask him this on the sidelines?
No. I know about this. I'd read it long ago.
No, but
Because also
since
I
he remembers it all, he
He
would
would,
have
of course,
remembered.
he would.
Bat
Yeah.
to nobody
First
would
sponsor,
forget.
so yeah.
He's
Actually.
at 100%. This is an easy one for him. No, MB is not Master Blaster. That Master Blaster name came to him much later when he debuted as a youngster because Mehraj Rule thinks that MB. But what a coincidence actually. He used an MB bat. Who knew that one day he would be MB, Master Blaster?
Master Blaster.
So that's just a happy coincidence.
100 MB.
But that,
100
so I'll tell you a story about that innings because I heard the story of that innings from the noun striker many times. His name was Navjot Singh Sidhu and I
Yeah.
spent many years doing shows with him. So I'll tell you one story.
When he got hit.
So when he got
I
hit,
know that's-
when he got hit
Heard.
on the nose of a Vakar ball, which is everyone knows. So Sidhu Paji used to narrate this story in our shows many times. Like anytime something used to happen, like how you fall down and get up type. So he'll narrate this story. So he'll say, मैं था non-striker end पे जब Sachin young लड़का था वो आया. They said, वो तो बच्चा दिखता है. There was a Javed Miadad and everyone thing and a Vakar Yunus who also debuted I think the same
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
They
yeah,
debuted
89.
together. So Vakar they tried to scare him. And this is the same game where I think Abdul Qadir also said कि मुझे छक्का मारेगा, and he said नहीं मैं आपको कहाँ छक्का मारूंगा, आप तो great हैं Sachin. So in that same game, Sidhu narrates the story of how Sachin gets hit because he was wearing an open face helmet in those days, right? So gets hit. So he says fall down, and I'm the non-striker. Sidhu narrates, and I went up to him, and I see there's all the blood on the pitch, and you know he gets up. The physio Ali Irani comes running, and you know cleans the blood, and he says नहीं नहीं चोट लगा है, इतना cut आया, तो you must go. So Sachin says नहीं मैं खेलेगा, you know I'll fight, and then he plays and gets those runs. So he narrates it like in praise. So I heard that story gazillion times until one day I decided to check. I remember Ali Irani growing up days, he used to be a physio.
Yeah.
And one day I realized, I was talking to some player at that time, and then I narrated the story, and was it a player? I remember where he said that, but Ali Irani hadn't even joined the Indian team, and he joined much later. So one day, when you say, I said, Sherry sir, next time you tell the story, na, please get the physio's name right, because Ali Irani wasn't even there when you narrate the story and care. I said, take care. जो भी बोलना है कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ
ये तो है
बोला भैया
अब बोल दिया तो बोल दिया
गाड़ी निकल गई छोटे गाड़ी निकल गई
काके ओए काके
गुरु
छोड़े
चुको so basically first tour Harbhajan Singh's first tour was his roommate was
first tour
Sherry Paji
so that is true
stories
so even I've heard those stories all the
so basically they were sharing the same room.
No, don't tell that story. The same story where the bill of the not that then I thought
so Harbhajan Singh was there, so suddenly the phone rang room, so Pachu Chuko phone chuk pick up the phone. Harbhajan Singh answer the call. Hello. Nobody would say anything. Dobara phone rang. Harbhajan Singh picked up the phone. Sherry Baji. Baju phone chuk. Hello. Nobody's answered. Sir, again this happened a couple of more times. So then Baju पाजी मैनू लगता है कि कोई आपके साथ बात करना चाहता है तो कोई हो सकता है या हो सकती तो maybe
third time he picked up
he must have third time or fourth time fifth time whatever because nobody was answering from the other so उसका भी आगे की स्टोरी भी है
don't tell all stories. Let's turn our attention to Saurabh Mukherjee, who wants to know one sports figure whose retirement made you feel walk away from that game. Schumacher and Beckham for him. While I love football, but F1 no longer. Very, very good question. In any sport where you stop watching the sport because of a retirement of a player? Good question. No, not for me actually.
I think I fell in love with a lot of sports because of say one or two sports people, but then afterwards the love for that sport just remained.
Yeah, for me also. I used to some sport, not all. Some sport I've started following less now, which I used to follow religiously. Like Formula 1 is one sport, but it has nothing to do with anybody's retirement. And snooker is the other sport, which again nobody's retired.
I think time.
Snooker, no one really retires. Ronnie O'Sullivan has been around for donkeys years.
Ronnie O'Sullivan started much later. I saw it before him. So for me, he's a newbie. Yeah.
And he himself is.
Yeah, Mark Williams and Stephen Henry. Those are the guys I used to watch. But then I've lost interest. It's phase of your life.
I think priorities also.
Also phase of your life, right?
Yeah.
When I was young, college days, just totally in love with snooker. Just keep watching, on and on like that. The other sport, actually, which I watched a lot during my college days and even after that, just don't watch any, is NBA now. Just completely gone. So if you take me back to the
timings are very odd for NBA.
Yeah, and but those days I used to get up to watch, but also maybe because I was a fan of the Jazz and Karl Malone and John Stockton and all of that.
I think timings also do have a part because once you start working, it becomes
Maybe.
you're already working odd times.
Yeah.
How do you wake up early in the morning to watch
Correct.
NBA game?
Those are college of Vela, right? Wake up at any time, watch any sport.
I used to get up sometimes to watch
True.
Chelsea matches, which were pre-season happening in US. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up to watch. I don't care. You're going to college after that.
You'd
Fine.
be looking around for links and all. June, July, there's anyway no football happening. There was this time, you'd go onto the United website or whatever. You'd be looking for First Row Sports or whatever, all these random websites.
Yeah, I know.
Good shout out that link.
I know. That was very, very popular. No, that's okay. No, I don't think it's there anymore.
No, it still is there in some form.
Really?
Would be. Now, of course, nowadays I think less people use because I think more and more people switch towards legal streaming, let's say.
Yeah, that I remember. Even I used to search a lot of matches on it, but not a. So I've fallen out of love with a few sport, but it's got no retirement as such. It's not. I don't know anybody with retirement play. No, not a sport. If you like a sport, you like a sport. It's not about individual. So I mean, yeah, your allegiance may change or your love for a certain team may change, but you won't stop watching the sport.
Like I lost a little bit of interest in Formula One once Schumi retired the first time around, but just a little bit. I still watched.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, I didn't know who my next favorite would be because for me, Schumacher was the guy who got me in. And now it's like, oh, this guy's gone. Now what?
Actually, I also used to watch Formula One very religiously. There was a time. But thereafter, now I have lost touch in everything.
No, I was watching till about 2-3 seasons ago. It's just recently, just stopped watching after. I don't know. Maybe because of the team you like when they slack off.
And also when I was working for print, that was different. At that time,
You have to do so many lives.
I used to watch every sport.
Yeah.
When I say
Easier.
every,
No, it's easier.
and it was easier to keep track.
Yes.
Now it is not.
Which is why I conveniently say this, that I have very little memory of the IPL 2013 to 18 because I'd lost interest. Delhi, we are spending 10.5 crores.
You're a serious Delhi fan, huh? Delhi Capitals.
You can be Rajasthan fan.
No, but seriously to the extent that I'd be disheartened to the extent that you're paying 10.5 crores for Venugopal Rao, and you had little hope for them in the season anyway. So I'm honestly saying, even when the 263 happened, probably somebody told me that I had little hope. So that window, I have very little memory of what exactly happened in the IPL.
Okay, we'll wind it up with what Manchester Rising, also a winner today, who picked up the correct Sachin answer. Says, my Sachin's top 3 ODI knocks are 98 versus Park at the World Cup, 143 versus Australia, the Desert Storm knock, and then his third is 117 versus Australia, the final of the Commonwealth. That's interesting. It was not it was
CD, no, Commonwealth Bank.
Commonwealth Bank.
That's what I was saying.
Not the games.
Yeah.
That was 98. Oh, he didn't go. Jadeja went.
Jadeja was the captain, no?
Yeah, Jadeja went. 98. So, okay, 117 versus Australia. The 2 finals and the best of 3 final. Correct. So, the interesting one. I don't know. We can pick one each. Your favorite from tests and ODI if you guys want to pick. Very tough. So
very tough. Actually, it's very tough. For me.
I'll pick. I mean, I'll go with Desert Storm, my favorite white ball knock.
White ball.
And I'll go with the 92 Perth knock as my favorite test.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive to watch 92 Perth, so I'll pick Sydney.
Exactly, Sydney.
The
248.
248.
No
Without
offside.
cover drives.
Also fantastic.
Again, a story that we've read, so much over the last 48 hours, but then Ricky Ponting spoke about it very recently. So yeah.
What have you picked?
Yeah, same. I had
Both exactly the same.
no, ODI. I will go with ODI is tough. I think one of the deserts. So both looked very similar. So Desert Storm for me.
I can't say Desert Storm because I never watched it until later. So for me, first proper memories of watching cricket World Cup first time, 98.
Or maybe
98 Centurion.
Centurion, yeah, exactly. Because again, 2003 World Cup is like my first cricketing memory, let's say. Him getting out to Shoaib Akhtar that time as well. So that's my first cricketing memory. So yeah, maybe. But again, we've heard so much about Desert Storm and the kind of fanfare around that innings is such that when you read about it, and I saw the knocks also some time back. Again, difficult to relate as, let's say, youngsters to that, to the relevance of that knock, let's say. Beating in Australia like that and whatnot. But yeah. Rahul?
Actually, very difficult. In fact, I think
Nobody's going to hold you to
92 Perth, and that
Perth.
attack.
That Waka.
Correct.
Yeah, that Waka.
And a young Sachin Tendulkar.
So, and I think that is when people realize that he's a special talent. That was the first sign. Although he, I just cannot imagine now, I think of that he was actually 15 when he made a debut for India.
16.
16, sorry.
15 he made the first class.
Yeah, first class debut.
Yeah, and
I just can't believe a 16-year-old.
Yes.
He wasn't just 16, he looked 16 also.
I just can't. No, it's a fact. You have a lot of age fraud cases. That is the reason why you have these. They get these medical tests done now. This is the reason why, because it is very much prevalent everywhere in the country that you have overage frauds, overage people. But 16-year-old.
Maybe
boy
Dexa helps us
playing-
with that also.
Yeah, 16-year-old boy. I mean,
Playing
I could
Akram.
not figure out how to manage my, early college life and, playing time and all. I just couldn't manage that. And he was like playing for India and playing against like that kind of maturity. It's incredible.
And that attack, imagine those bowlers, those wickets, playing Australia against Australia in Australia, playing against West Indies, the likes of Marshall.
Walsh.
Marshall
yeah.
also.
No,
Ambrose,
Marshall was
fading at that time. But still, and West Indies, Pakistan.
Wasim Wakar.
Yeah. So that test innings.
चले
आप भी बता दो फेवरेट फटाफट 200 अगेंस्ट साउथ अफ्रीका
Oh, not bad. ODI innings, the
ODI.
first man, yeah.
The first man.
If you
Gwalior.
see, it was.
The Superman from Mumbai.
Ravi Shastri.
Ravi Shastri.
He's been there at all momentous
Been there,
occasions
done
as far as Indian cricket is concerned.
Virat rules picked the
Yeah.
136 versus Pak.
Yes, very good knock. Unfortunately,
Yeah, India lost.
or the other
They needed
players.
13 when he got out, and then they collapsed.
That 117 against Australia in
Hyderabad, no?
in India.
75.
I think that was. I thought there on that day he would actually score a double hundred.
Oh, yeah, there
that
was
was.
one,
It seemed as if he will for sure score that double hundred.
Agreed.
Then, but it had to happen in Gwalior.
Yep.
So then, see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. See you. Take care. Monday went by very slowly. Tuesday should bring something nice.
Tomorrow is a a light match compared to what happened. Today you had.
Competitive. It was.
Yeah, it was a very
Tomorrow
competitive.
is-
But tomorrow is also a competitive match, by the way. Huh?
Mumbai, Gujarat.
Mumbai, Gujarat. Bhai and Jan. Still can't figure out.
Chalo.
No, we'll tell you off.
Bye bye. See you. Take care.